In this captivating video, we will delve into the fascinating realm of canine capabilities. Specifically, the hidden powers that dogs possess to sense human emotions even before we ourselves are fully aware of them. Prepare to be amazed by the incredible bond between humans and their four-legged companions, and how this deep connection can enrich our lives in ways we never imagined. But before we embark on this journey, I invite you to pay close attention to a remarkable story that will illuminate the extraordinary abilities of dogs. Meet Grace, a 35-year-old marketing executive living in a bustling city. Grace had always been a hard-working, ambitious woman, tirelessly climbing the corporate ladder to achieve her dreams. However, beneath her polished exterior, she was grappling with the pressures of life, often feeling overwhelmed and emotionally drained. Despite her success, she frequently found herself battling the silent struggles of anxiety and loneliness. In the midst of this chaos, she decided to adopt a rescue dog, a golden retriever named Max, in hopes of finding companionship and emotional support. From the moment Max entered Grace's life, everything began to change. His warm, amber eyes seemed to reflect an understanding that transcended words. Grace felt an instant connection with him, as if they had known each other for an eternity. On her first night with Max, she felt the weight of the world lift off her shoulders as he snuggled close, offering her the comfort she desperately needed. As she stroked his soft fur, she realized that perhaps this was the beginning of a beautiful transformation. As the days turned into weeks, Grace noticed something peculiar about Max. He seemed to have an uncanny ability to sense her emotions before she even fully comprehended them herself. One evening, after a particularly grueling day at work, Grace returned home feeling defeated. She dropped her bag by the door and sank onto the couch, staring blankly at the wall. Within moments, Max padded over to her side, resting his head on her lap, his eyes filled with empathy. It was as if he could read the unspoken words in her heart. Researchers have long been intrigued by the emotional intelligence of dogs. Studies reveal that dogs possess an extraordinary ability to detect subtle changes in human behavior, tone of voice, and even body language. This innate talent allows them to respond to their owner's emotions in a way that feels almost magical. In Grace's case, Max had become her emotional barometer, instinctively sensing when she was in distress and offering comfort in the form of presence and affection. One afternoon, during a weekend outing at the park, Grace found herself surrounded by friends who were all laughing and enjoying the sunny day. Yet, despite the cheerful atmosphere, she felt a growing sense of unease. As the chatter filled the air, her mind began to spiral into thoughts of self-doubt and insecurity. Suddenly, she felt a gentle nudge at her leg. It was Max, looking up at her with an expression that seemed to say, "I'm here for you." In that moment, she realized that her furry companion possessed an extraordinary intuition that could help ground her during turbulent times. The connection between Grace and Max deepened, revealing layers of understanding that transcended the typical owner-pet relationship. Grace soon discovered that Max had a unique ability to bring her out of her shell. Whenever she felt anxious about social gatherings, he would instinctively position himself close to her, providing a sense of security that allowed her to engage more freely. It was as though he was her personal cheerleader, encouraging her to let go of her inhibitions and embrace the moment. Curious about this phenomenon, Grace began researching the bond between humans and dogs. She stumbled upon a compelling study conducted by the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna, which showcased how dogs can detect human emotions through scent. Yes, you heard it right. Dogs have an incredible olfactory system that allows them to pick up on the chemical changes in our bodies associated with different emotional states. This knowledge only deepened Grace's appreciation for Max and the extraordinary connection they shared. As the months passed, Grace faced various challenges at work, from demanding projects to difficult colleagues. Each time she returned home feeling stressed, Max was waiting at the door, tail wagging, ready to lift her spirits. One particularly challenging week, Grace had to present a crucial pitch to her boss, a moment that filled her with anxiety. As she paced around her apartment rehearsing her speech, Max appeared beside her, his presence somehow anchoring her racing thoughts. On the day of the pitch, as Grace stood in front of her colleagues, she could feel the familiar pang of nerves creeping in. Just before she began, she caught a glimpse of Max's photo on her desk, and a wave of calm washed over her. In that instant, she understood that Max was not just a pet. He was her emotional anchor, the one who believed in her unconditionally. With renewed confidence, she delivered her presentation, and to her surprise, it was met with enthusiastic applause. The profound impact of Max in Grace's life was becoming increasingly evident. She began to recognize patterns in her emotional responses and how Max seemed to mirror them. Whenever she felt happy, he would bound around playfully, his infectious joy radiating through the room. Conversely, on days when she felt low, he would curl up next to her, offering a comforting presence that reminded her she was never truly alone. One evening, after a long day at work, Grace decided to unwind with a movie. As she settled onto the couch, she noticed that Max was unusually restless. He kept pacing around, glancing at her as if he sensed something was off. When she finally paused the film to check on him, she was surprised to find tears streaming down her face. It hit her like a ton of bricks. She had been holding on to emotions she hadn't even realized were there. Max, as if sensing her need for release, jumped up beside her and rested his head on her shoulder, providing the solace she desperately needed. Grace learned that dogs often act as emotional mirrors, reflecting back to us what we may be unwilling or unable to confront. This newfound understanding prompted her to explore her feelings more openly, giving herself permission to experience the full range of human emotions: joy, sadness, frustration, and everything in between. Max had not only become her companion, he was her emotional guide, helping her navigate the complexities of life with grace and resilience. As their journey continued, Grace and Max embarked on new adventures together. They explored hiking trails, participated in dog-friendly events, and even volunteered at a local animal shelter. Through these experiences, Grace discovered the power of connection, not only with her dog but with the world around her. Max's enthusiasm for life inspired her to embrace new opportunities and form meaningful relationships with others. One day, while volunteering, Grace met a fellow dog lover named Aaron. They connected instantly, bonding over their shared love for animals. Grace couldn't help but notice how Max seemed to take a special interest in Aaron, playfully nudging his hand and wagging his tail. It was as if Max recognized the kindness in Aaron's heart, and Grace couldn't help but wonder if her furry companion was endorsing this new connection. As their friendship blossomed, Grace found herself opening up to Aaron about her struggles with anxiety and how Max had played a pivotal role in her healing journey. To her surprise, Aaron revealed that he too had faced similar battles. They spent hours sharing their experiences, laughing, and supporting one another. It became clear that Max had not only helped Grace heal, but had also opened the door to new friendships that enriched her life. Grace's story exemplifies the incredible bond between humans and dogs, showcasing how our furry friends possess an innate ability to sense and respond to our emotions. Their unconditional love and support can be a guiding light during our darkest moments, reminding us that we are never truly alone. As we continue to explore the hidden powers of dogs and their ability to sense human emotions, we invite you to reflect on your own experiences with these remarkable creatures. In the next part of this journey, we will dive deeper into the science behind canine emotional intelligence, exploring how their incredible instincts can enhance our lives in profound ways. You won't want to miss it as we uncover the extraordinary capabilities of our beloved dogs and the invaluable lessons they teach us about empathy, connection, and the power of love. As we delve deeper into the science behind canine emotional intelligence, we uncover the remarkable mechanisms that allow dogs to tune into our feelings so effectively. This understanding sheds light on why our four-legged companions seem to know us better than we know ourselves at times. Research has shown that dogs possess specialized sensory organs that enable them to pick up on human emotional cues. Their acute sense of smell allows them to detect pheromones, chemical signals released by our bodies in response to various emotions. When we experience anxiety, stress, or happiness, our bodies produce distinct scents that dogs can easily identify and interpret. For instance, a study conducted by the University of Lincoln in the UK revealed that dogs can differentiate between human facial expressions associated with different emotions. When shown images of people displaying happiness, anger, or sadness, dogs not only recognize the emotions but also adjusted their behavior accordingly. This means that when Grace smiled at Max, he would respond with playful antics, while a frown would prompt him to approach her with gentle concern. This instinctual response showcases the depth of their emotional perception. Moreover, dogs are highly attuned to our body language, which plays a crucial role in how they interpret our emotional states. They pick up on subtle changes in our posture, movement, and even the tension in our muscles. For example, if Grace were to sit with her shoulders slumped and her gaze fixed on the floor, Max would likely sense her unease and respond by staying close, offering comfort. This ability to read nonverbal cues enhances their capacity to support us socially and emotionally. The emotional connection between dogs and humans is not only beneficial for the pet owners, but also profoundly impacts the dogs themselves. The bond they form with us fosters a sense of security and purpose in their lives. Max, for instance, thrived on being Grace's emotional support. His loyalty and devotion were not just a response to her needs. They were also a reflection of his own emotional fulfillment. Dogs are social creatures, and they flourish when they are part of a loving family dynamic. As we explore the benefits of this connection, it becomes clear that the emotional intelligence of dogs extends beyond mere companionship. Studies have shown that having a dog can significantly reduce stress levels, lower blood pressure, and even boost our immune systems. The presence of a dog can trigger the release of oxytocin, the love hormone, which promotes feelings of bonding and attachment. This biological response illustrates why so many people report feeling happier and more at ease in the presence of their dogs. Grace's life was a testament to these benefits as she navigated the ups and downs of her career. With Max by her side, she found the confidence to voice her opinions in meetings and tackle challenges with renewed vigor. The emotional support he provided allowed her to take risks and embrace opportunities she might otherwise have shied away from. Max was not just a pet. He was a catalyst for her growth and transformation. Furthermore, the bond between Grace and Max exemplifies the therapeutic potential of dogs in various settings. Animal-assisted therapy has gained recognition for its effectiveness in helping individuals cope with mental health issues, trauma, and emotional distress. Therapy dogs are trained to provide comfort and support to those in need, demonstrating the healing power of canine companionship. Grace's experience resonated with this concept, as she often felt that Max's mere presence was enough to soothe her troubled mind. As Grace continued to educate herself about the emotional capabilities of dogs, she stumbled upon heartwarming stories of other individuals who had experienced similar transformations. She learned about children with autism who found solace and connection through their dogs, and veterans grappling with PTSD who discovered a sense of safety and understanding in their furry companions. Each of these stories reinforced the idea that dogs are not just pets. They are empathetic beings with an extraordinary capacity to enhance our lives. The more Grace understood this profound relationship, the more she felt compelled to advocate for the positive impact dogs can have on mental health. She joined local initiatives aimed at promoting dog adoption and responsible ownership, sharing her journey with others to inspire compassion and empathy. Grace realized that the bond she shared with Max was a gift meant to be shared with the world. As her commitment to animal welfare grew, so did her friendship with Aaron. They began volunteering together at local shelters, helping to foster connections between dogs and potential adopters. Grace was amazed by how Max acted as a bridge during these interactions. His gentle demeanor and playful spirit drew people in, making it easier for them to connect with the animals. Grace cherished the moments when a shy visitor would light up while playing with Max, witnessing firsthand the joy these animals could bring into people's lives. Through their volunteer work, Grace and Aaron became more than just friends. They became a dynamic team dedicated to making a difference. They organized community events to raise awareness about the importance of adopting rescue animals, showcasing the incredible stories of dogs like Max who had overcome adversity and found their forever homes. Grace felt a sense of purpose blossoming within her, fueled by her unwavering belief that every dog deserved a loving family. In her heart, Grace knew that her life had been forever changed by adopting Max. Their journey together had revealed the depths of love and compassion that exist not only between humans, but also between species. The bond they shared was a testament to the idea that we are all interconnected, each capable of offering support and understanding to one another. As we continue to explore the hidden powers of dogs and their ability to sense human emotions, it's essential to reflect on the broader implications of this bond. The lessons we learn from our canine companions can extend beyond our individual experiences, inspiring us to cultivate empathy and compassion in our daily lives. In a world that can often feel isolating and overwhelming, the love of a dog serves as a reminder of the beauty of connection and the transformative power of unconditional love. In the next segment, we will further investigate how dogs' emotional intelligence can enhance our well-being and deepen our relationships. Prepare to uncover more astonishing insights into the remarkable ways these loyal companions enrich our lives, offering us not just friendship, but invaluable life lessons in empathy, connection, and resilience. Dogs not only serve as loyal companions, but also act as incredible teachers, guiding us towards greater emotional awareness and resilience. As we delve into the ways dogs enhance our well-being, it's essential to recognize that their unique abilities often prompt us to confront our own feelings and reactions. The presence of a dog can encourage us to be more attuned to our emotions, fostering an environment where vulnerability is not only accepted but embraced. For Grace, the journey with Max became a catalyst for self-discovery. As she observed how he responded to her emotional fluctuations, she began to reflect on her own feelings more deeply. The moments when Max offered comfort, nudging her hand or resting his head on her lap, reminded her of the importance of self-care and emotional honesty. Max had an innate understanding of when Grace needed space or when she craved connection, prompting her to honor her emotional needs in a way she hadn't done before. This newfound awareness translated into other areas of her life, encouraging her to express her feelings openly with friends and colleagues. Moreover, the emotional lessons Grace learned from Max extended to her burgeoning relationship with Aaron. As they spent more time together, Grace found herself inspired by Aaron's openness in discussing his own struggles. Their shared experiences of anxiety and resilience created a safe space for both to explore their emotions without judgment. With Max often by their side, they engaged in conversations that were both heartfelt and liberating, allowing them to build a foundation of trust and understanding. One afternoon, while enjoying a walk in the park, Grace and Aaron found themselves discussing the importance of vulnerability in relationships. They shared stories of times when they had felt overwhelmed and how their dogs had intervened, offering comfort at just the right moment. It was during this conversation that Grace realized that the bond she had formed with Max was not only about companionship, but also about creating a supportive network that extended to those around her. Max had helped her cultivate deeper relationships, teaching her that sharing one's struggles could bring people closer together. As their friendship blossomed, Grace and Aaron decided to embark on a shared project, a community initiative aimed at promoting emotional wellness through pet companionship. They envisioned workshops that would introduce individuals to the therapeutic benefits of spending time with dogs, focusing on how these interactions could foster emotional resilience. They believed that by highlighting the unique bond between humans and dogs, they could inspire others to explore their feelings and develop healthier ways of coping with life's challenges. The idea took off, and soon they were hosting sessions that brought together dog owners and those seeking emotional support. Participants were encouraged to share their experiences while interacting with dogs, allowing the animals to create a calming presence that facilitated open dialogue. Grace was amazed by the profound impact these workshops had on attendees. Many expressed a newfound understanding of their emotions, often citing how the dogs seemed to know exactly what they needed. whether it was a gentle nudge or an enthusiastic tail wag. During one particular workshop, a young woman named Lily opened up about her struggles with anxiety and depression. As she spoke, Max approached her, resting his head on her knee. The warmth of his presence seemed to ease her tension, allowing her to delve deeper into her feelings. Grace watched as Lily smiled through her tears, realizing that the connection with Max had helped her articulate emotions she had kept bottled up for far too long. It was a powerful reminder of how dogs possess an innate ability to create safe spaces for us to explore our vulnerabilities. As the workshops gained momentum, Grace and Aaron began collaborating with mental health professionals to incorporate therapeutic techniques that complemented the emotional support provided by dogs. They introduced mindfulness practices, teaching participants how to use their interactions with dogs as a way to cultivate presence and awareness. Max, with his unwavering loyalty and gentle spirit, became a symbol of hope and healing for everyone involved. The ripple effect of their initiative extended beyond the workshops. Grace noticed that her own emotional landscape continued to evolve. With Max and Aaron by her side, she felt empowered to face challenges head-on, whether at work or in her personal life. The support system they had built allowed her to approach difficult conversations with confidence, knowing she was not alone. Max's presence served as a reminder to breathe, to pause, and to recognize the strength that comes from vulnerability. As Grace reflected on her journey, she realized that the emotional intelligence of dogs extended far beyond their ability to sense human emotions. It encompassed the lessons they taught us about connection, empathy, and resilience. Max had opened her heart to the beauty of companionship, reminding her that it's okay to lean on others when times get tough. This understanding fostered a sense of community among her friends and family, encouraging them to support one another in their struggles. In the midst of this journey, Grace learned the importance of gratitude and giving back. Inspired by the positive impact of their workshops, she and Aaron began volunteering at local shelters, dedicating time to help dogs find their forever homes. Max thrived in this environment, eagerly interacting with both the animals and the potential adopters. Grace witnessed firsthand how Max's warmth and playful demeanor created connections that often led to successful adoptions. It was a beautiful cycle of love and support, one that reinforced the bond between humans and dogs. As their initiative flourished, so did Grace's relationship with Aaron. The shared experiences of working together, supporting one another through challenges, and connecting with others fostered a deep sense of partnership. Max, ever the attentive companion, seemed to sense the blossoming romance, often positioning himself between them during their conversations, as if to bless their growing connection. Grace found herself smiling more often, her heart swelling with the realization that she was not only healing, but thriving in the company of those she cherished. In the next phase of their journey, Grace and Aaron decided to expand their workshops, reaching out to schools and community centers to introduce children and families to the emotional benefits of having a dog. They believed that by instilling empathy and understanding at a young age, they could cultivate a generation that valued emotional intelligence and connection. They envisioned programs that would allow children to interact with therapy dogs, teaching them about responsibility, compassion, and the importance of recognizing their own feelings. As they prepared for this new endeavor, Grace couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. She knew that the bond between humans and dogs had the potential to change lives, just as it had changed hers. Max, always by her side, seemed to embody the spirit of this mission, an unwavering reminder of the love that can bloom when we open our hearts to those around us. As we continue to explore the incredible powers of dogs in sensing human emotions, we will uncover more remarkable stories and scientific insights that highlight the importance of this bond. Prepare to be inspired as we delve into the transformative impact of canine companionship and how these loyal friends can guide us on our journey towards emotional well-being and connection. As we continue to explore the incredible powers of dogs in sensing human emotions, it's essential to recognize how their innate abilities can significantly influence our emotional well-being. The bond between humans and dogs represents more than companionship. It serves as a vital source of emotional support and healing. With each interaction, Dogs like Max not only respond to our emotional states, but also encourage us to embrace our feelings, fostering resilience and growth. A pivotal aspect of this exploration involves understanding how dogs can act as emotional facilitators in our lives. The unconditional love and acceptance they offer create a safe space for us to express our vulnerabilities. Grace's journey with Max epitomizes this dynamic. In those moments when she felt overwhelmed or anxious, Max's presence reminded her that it was okay to seek comfort and support. This realization is crucial, especially in a world where many people struggle with the stigma surrounding mental health and emotional expression. Moreover, the act of caring for a dog can itself be transformative. The responsibilities associated with dog ownership, feeding, walking, and training, provide structure and purpose, which can be incredibly grounding for individuals facing emotional challenges. Grace found that focusing on Max's needs helped divert her attention from her own anxieties, allowing her to engage in the present moment. This shift in focus is often therapeutic, encouraging individuals to cultivate mindfulness and appreciation for everyday moments. The emotional benefits of dog ownership extend beyond the individual. When families welcome a dog into their home, they often experience an enhanced sense of unity and shared responsibility. Grace and Aaron's initiative to involve children in their workshops highlighted how dogs can teach empathy and compassion. As children learn to care for and interact with dogs, they develop essential social skills, including emotional awareness and the ability to recognize and respond to the feelings of others. These lessons can lead to stronger family bonds and foster a culture of emotional intelligence within households. Additionally, the therapeutic potential of dogs has gained recognition in various contexts, including schools, hospitals, and rehabilitation centers. Therapy dogs are increasingly utilized to provide comfort to patients, students, and individuals coping with trauma. The mere presence of a dog can create a calming atmosphere, reducing anxiety and promoting healing. Grace and Aaron's vision to bring therapy dogs into schools was rooted in the belief that early exposure to these emotional connections could cultivate a generation that values mental health and emotional well-being. In their workshops, Grace and Aaron witnessed firsthand the transformative power of these interactions. One memorable session involved a group of children who had been struggling with social anxiety. As they interacted with Max and other therapy dogs, their laughter filled the room, breaking down barriers and creating a sense of camaraderie. Grace observed how the children not only found joy in the dogs' playful antics, but also began to express themselves more openly, sharing their own experiences and feelings in a supportive environment. This process underscored the idea that dogs possess an innate ability to bridge gaps and foster connections that might otherwise remain unspoken. Furthermore, the bond between dogs and humans can also serve as a model for healthy relationships. Dogs exhibit unwavering loyalty and unconditional love, qualities that remind us of the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with others. Grace's relationship with Aaron flourished as they navigated challenges together, mirroring the loyalty and support that Max provided. They learned to communicate openly, share their feelings, and lean on one another during difficult times. This dynamic not only strengthened their partnership, but also reinforced the notion that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. As Grace and Aaron expanded their community initiative, they began to incorporate feedback from participants to create more tailored programming. They invited mental health professionals to share insights on emotional regulation and coping strategies, ensuring that their workshops provided holistic support. The combination of canine companionship and professional guidance created a powerful synergy, equipping individuals with the tools they needed to navigate their emotions effectively. One particular workshop stood out, drawing a diverse group of participants. Among them was a middle-aged man named David, who had recently lost his job and was grappling with feelings of inadequacy and despair. As he interacted with Max, he slowly began to open up about his struggles, sharing how the loss had affected his self-esteem. Grace listened intently, offering empathy while Max sat beside David, his gentle presence providing comfort. It was a poignant reminder of how dogs can facilitate healing conversations, allowing individuals to feel seen and heard in their darkest moments. By the end of the workshop, David expressed a renewed sense of hope. He shared how the bond he formed with Max had sparked a desire to seek new opportunities and reconnect with his passions. Grace felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that their initiative was making a tangible difference in people's lives. The combination of canine companionship and emotional support had created a ripple effect of positivity that extended beyond the workshops, fostering a community of individuals willing to share their journeys and support one another. As Grace reflected on her experiences, she realized that the emotional intelligence of dogs was not just about sensing our feelings. It was also about teaching us to be more in tune with ourselves and others. Max had become a catalyst for her growth, encouraging her to confront her emotions and embrace vulnerability. Through her journey, she discovered that emotional resilience is not solely an individual endeavor. It thrives in community, connection, and shared experiences. In the coming weeks, Grace and Aaron plan to introduce a new element to their initiative: story-sharing sessions. They envision creating a safe space for participants to share their personal stories, highlighting the challenges they faced and the lessons learned along the way. By weaving together the threads of their experiences, they aim to foster a sense of solidarity and understanding, reinforcing the idea that no one is alone in their struggles. As they prepared for this new chapter, Max remained a constant source of inspiration. His joyful spirit and unwavering support embodied the essence of their mission: to create a world where emotional well-being is prioritized and the bonds between humans and dogs are celebrated. Grace knew that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges, but she also understood that together, they could inspire change and foster healing. In the next part of our exploration, we will continue to uncover the remarkable ways dogs enhance our emotional literacy and resilience. Each story, each interaction, serves as a testament to the profound connections we share with our canine companions and the invaluable lessons they impart about love, empathy, and the importance of supporting one another. Prepare to be inspired as we delve deeper into the hidden powers that dogs possess, illuminating the path to emotional wellness and connection for all.